Hello and welcome back to another series of quick tips from your friends at mefitandhealthy.com. As you may know, we spend a lot of time looking at the mental conditioning that get people to eat food in quantities and to exercise in the ways that they do. And there's one thing that I'm absolutely convinced of, and that's that most people have started to attach food to the way that they look at money. And what I mean by that is when they look at food, they want to get all the food that they can. They want to get all the food like you'd want to get all the money that you could. And you want to get all the value out of your food that you possibly can, the same way that you get all the value out of your money. And on top of that, we've begun to equate value to value meals, which are bigger meals, more satisfying meals. And it goes on and on. So again, when you look at a buffet, you're thinking this is tremendous value. I paid $8 or $20 and I'm going to get to eat every possible piece of food that I can. This is great value. Well, of course, it is good value in one sense, but it's not good value for your waistline. As a matter of fact, when we tend to think of value or portion size and it's equivalent to value or money, it gets even worse. Most of us think back to when we were kids, and if our sister or brother got a slightly bigger piece of pie or a bigger steak than we did at the table, we felt totally outraged. We have this idea that if somebody else is getting more food than we are, that we are being ripped off. And once again, we're equating this to money rather than equating it to the value that we want to have on our waistline. The idea that I'd like to suggest you think of is that you really want to look at food as if you're putting gas in your car. To start with, you would never put garbage gas in your car. You know that would defeat the whole purpose of it. But the real thing you want to do is to get the best gas mileage possible. At the price of gas today, you don't want to spend one more cent, let alone an extra dollar, to go an extra mile. You want to get the very best value and get the best mileage possible. Now, if you could start to think of food that way and start asking yourself, what's the least amount of food that I can eat to get the energy that I need to get through for the afternoon or through the evening? What's the least amount of food that I need to eat to get the nutrition that I need to keep my body going? Now, I'm not talking about starving yourself, but just this kind of mentality of how little food do I actually really need to eat, assuming it's of a very good nutritional quality, to achieve my thin and healthy goals. I think if you'll sit down and think about this for a couple of minutes, you'll realize that if you can change your thinking, your motivations, and your attitudes to consider your tummy and your waistline to be more like the gas tank in your car, where you want to save money and get the best mileage, it will start to prove major dividends in your progress. Say, if you've enjoyed this tip, feel free to follow us, or check out the website and learn how we use immersion audio techniques to put your mind on autopilot to become thin and healthy.